Let's launch an email campaign. Once inside the email section of your account, go and click on the New button. When you click on New, you will be presented with all the templates that you have built for your account. At the moment, this account does not have any templates built, so we will start with blank. Let's select that template. If you're selecting blank, you'll be presented with a couple of options. There's a design editor, a code editor, and a plain text editor. Let's work with the design editor. Once the design editor has populated, you will have a pre-built section that has a couple of elements. One of these elements is going to be a text with the ability to add a link, and the second section is a title. This view in email in browser allows people to pull up the email that you send inside of their browser. Recommend that this stays available in your account. Let's navigate through the different elements. If you click on the plus button in the upper left-hand corner of your email campaign builder, you will be presented with elements. These elements should be pretty self-explanatory, but let's quickly walk through several of them. The text can be clicked, held, and dragged into your page. Once the text element is selected, you can then click on various elements and edit them to your liking. There is a top navigation bar that gives you the ability to change the heading type, the font type, sizes, colors, italic, bold, underline, add text links, line height, as well as create bullet points, add custom values, trigger links, and then use an AI in your account. Let's navigate back to the elements. Additional elements include images, in which when you drag the image, you will be given the ability to resize by clicking, holding, and dragging it to the size that you like. Or you can select the width and height on the left-hand navigation pane that pops up when you select the element. To change the image, click on the Edit button, and you can select your image from the media storage library. You can also delete the image from here as well. You can add alt text, link details, alignment, and padding from within this section. The padding will show up for multiple different elements that you add. For example, when you select on the left padding section, you can increase the padding to your liking. Let's add 40 pixels and you can see that the image shifted to the right. Let's go back to elements. Another important element is going to be the button, in which you can click, hold, and drag it into your builder. Once the button is added, you can change the button text, add fonts, and of course, add your link URL. Then you can change it to the sizing and look and feel that you desire. Additional elements include logos, a divider line, the ability to add social media icons and links to the style that you like, a footer section, video, custom code, a shopping cart, RSS feed, RSS items, and even an interactive image slider. The preview URL is already pre-built into the account that we saw earlier. Products, FAQ. If you scroll down to the bottom of the elements section, you will see layouts. These layouts can be dragged and dropped onto your email builder, and you'll be presented with sections in which you can go and adjust the column layout. If we select the 4, we will see multiple column layouts. We can then drag and drop various elements into those sections to adjust the look and feel of our email. At the top navigation, let's click on Manage Elements. We will then see that because we added this additional section, there is a section that we can select a drop-down and see all of the columns and their elements inside. When we drop down the column, in particular for the image, we have a couple of icons for mobile and desktop. When we click on the mobile, this will deselect the image from showing on mobile. So if you want to style an email that looks different for desktop versus mobile, you can do so here. Next, let's look at appearance. When we click on the appearance section, we will see templates, in which we can select template details that are standard for our email. We can add a background image URL, add the image here, and select the background color and body color. Next is button styling. So each button that you add will have a pre-built styling. Next are the dividers, in which you can add the specific styling for the dividers in your email campaign builder. You have custom CSS and mobile formatting. With mobile formatting, you can pre-select the sizing of various heading types to be different for mobile versus desktop. Last but not least, you have a link where you can change the look and feel of the links that are added to your email builder. At the top navigation section, we also have A/B testing. When we turn that on, we have a couple of different test types, including changing up the email subject, changing up the email content, changing the test duration from various times, the number of variations, the test size of initial emails it will send to, and you can visualize the distribution, and choose the winning criteria type, whether it's unique open rates or unique click rates. Last but not least, you have saved items. This will show based on which sections you have saved. If you hover over a section, you can click on the saved button, and then it'll populate inside of the saved section area. You can then drag and drop that to help speed up your email campaign building time. At the very top of your email builder, you can select and change the name, and you have the ability to save. Next to the save button, you also have 3 dots. When you click the 3 dots, you can test send the email, preview the template, see version history, and add file attachments. You also have the ability to undo and redo. Let's click on send or schedule. This page gives us all of the options that we need to set up and send this particular email campaign. The first option is going to be send now. When you click on send now, you have a couple of options that you need to fill in. The primary one is sender email. This sender email must be a verified email address in which you can change and verify inside of the email campaign settings. You can also set a custom reply to address for the specific campaign. Otherwise, it defaults to your account default. You then have a sender name, a subject line, preview text, and choose your recipients. You can either choose all contacts, send to a specific smart list, or choose contacts from specific tags. Once you do that, you can click on the plus button and select the group of contacts that you would like to send to. You then have UTM tracking, in which you can turn on to help with analytics and seeing the results of your campaign. Next, we can look at schedule. When we click on schedule, we can find when we want to schedule this particular action to occur and the time. We also have sender email, sender name, subject line, preview text, and the recipients. And of course, UTM tracking. Additional options are batch schedule, in which you can send the email in batches, such as sending to 25 at a time or 50 at a time. This can help test your email as you're sending, as well as warm up new emails to make sure that you land in the primary inbox and don't get marked as spam. Last but not least, you have an RSS schedule option, in which you can connect an RSS feed to your email so that each time a new blog is added to an RSS feed, an email will be sent out to your list. Last but not least, you have the ability to send a test email. If you click on that button, you can select the details of your send test email. Once you have all of your settings set, you can either save it for later, or you can select schedule or send now, depending on the option you've selected.